Many of us have taken some comfort in the belief that illness from the Omicron COVID variant is generally mild. And while that's true for many, some eye-opening numbers tonight from the CDC offer important perspective. Children under the age of 5 are being hospitalized at the highest rate since the start of the pandemic. The group, of course, not yet eligible for vaccinations, but the unvaccinated in general are driving overall hospitalizations to the highest level in a year, over 126,000. This evening, President Biden seeking to assure us that COVID, as we're dealing with it now, is not here to stay. We're going to begin tonight in a place where all the numbers we talk about every night here translate to people, patients and medical workers whose lives are being upended by this virus. And I want to warn you, some of this may not be easy to watch. Gabe Gutierrez reports from inside a COVID ICU in Maryland.
When a patient's heart stops, seconds matter. This is a code blue, an older COVID patient, unvaccinated.
This is as urgent as it gets. This is the acute time frame where we're here trying to save someone's life.
The frantic scene as heartbreaking as it is familiar.
We're going to intubate bed long. Bed 9? Yep.
Nurse Angie Wheeler never imagined she'd still be so busy.
It's very tough. You go to the bathroom, you cry, and you come back, and you do it all over again.
This was supposed to be her day off. She came in anyway.
Why? Because I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. And I signed up to be a nurse. My patients did not sign up for COVID.
Just outside D.C., Luminous Health Doctors Community Medical Center in Maryland has seen a 925% jump in COVID cases since Thanksgiving. About 70% of those patients are unvaccinated.
Right now, this ICU is over capacity. Most of the COVID patients here are intubated. What's different this time is that these healthcare workers are having to do more with less.
Nationwide, hospitalizations are also skyrocketing for kids too young for COVID shots. And the CDC director says the troubling trend in children under 5 underscores the need for adults to get vaccinated to help those around them.
Pediatric hospitalizations are at the highest rate compared to any prior point in the pandemic.
Around the country, nearly 1 in 4 hospitals are reporting a critical staffing shortage.
For us, that's what hurts the most, because the erosion of these care teams is invariably going to lead to an erosion of healthcare quality. And that's the sum of all fears for us.
Would you say that your resources are stretched thinner now than they have been during this entire pandemic?
Yes, I would.
Many people are ending up in hospitals for other reasons, not just COVID. In New York State, for example, 42% of hospitalized COVID patients weren't admitted because they were positive, but instead for other illnesses and were tested as part of the routine admissions process. Here in Maryland, we met 63-year-old Ned Epperson with pre-existing medical conditions who says he didn't get the shot because of what he now believes was misinformation from someone he trusted.
If you had to do it over again, would you get vaccinated?
Yes. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't think twice. Take the shot.
Back in the ICU, another stark reminder that almost 2 years into this pandemic, tonight many families are being given terrible news.
I'm so sorry to be calling you like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what you're going through.
The patient who'd coded later died.
3 code blues already this morning, so it's very exhausting.
All right, Gabe, a sad and hard reality playing out so many hospitals. Let me ask you right now about the White House's promise to get at-home test kits to all Americans. Where does that stand?
Yes, Lester, the Biden administration has just awarded 2 contracts related to the tests. They'll be sent through the Postal Service. Details are still being finalized, but the White House expects to provide more details next week, Lester.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.